weather's made such a beautiful day, and it's kind of hard to think about something that's freezing. But this week we're dealing with colligative properties of water, and one of the colligative properties is freezing point depression. Now, freezing point depression is kind of an odd idea, except the application that is very straightforward is people take roads that are covered in ice and they throw salt on it, and it, quote, melts the ice. Well, it doesn't really melt the ice, so let me explain that a little bit more. What I have is a cup of water down here on the table, and the cup of water has some ice in it. And this ice with the water, let me get this thermometer where you can actually see it. This ice has the aspect of making the air temperature of something, and then the water is what we're looking at. And so if I pour a little bit of salt in that, what ends up happening if I stir this around a little bit, stir it around, and stir it around a little more, what ends up happening is you will notice that the temperature actually starts to fall. And that's because the colligative property of water, the freezing point depression, you're actually colder than the freezing point of water, and yet the water in here is actually still liquid. So again, as you stir this up, more of it dissolves and more of it then activates the freezing point depression. And now you're at the point where you're literally 2 degrees under the freezing point of water. Very interesting experiment. Now, the formula for this is very straightforward. The change in the temperature is equal to negative 1.86 degrees for every molal. Then, of course, we have to multiply it by the molarity, which is moles divided by the kilograms of solvent. But then the last one is the Van't Hoff factor. Now, the Van't Hoff factor says the more ions or the more pieces in solution, the better off you are. So if you were to use salt, it has 2 pieces, sodium and chlorine. If you used calcium chloride, you would have calcium and 2 chlorines, so you would have 3 pieces. If you use sugar or an organic substance like that, you would only have 1 piece. So the more pieces that go into solution when it dissolves, the better off you are. So that's the colligative property of water, freezing point depression. Have a nice day.